Coach, first off, as we normally do on a week-to-week basis, let's get your reflections first off about last week's game, of how you broke down film and what you saw from that last week's effort.
Well, first of all, didn't have a really good showing, I didn't think, but you know, it's in the big scheme of things. You're not going to be right at the top of your game every single week, especially when you have opponents that are inferior every now and then. And you know, we weren't ready to play. The final score didn't indicate that, but you know, we're very sharp. And while I don't like that, and while it was addressed, you know, it is something that's just going to happen, I guess, time to time. So, you know, didn't end up playing really bad after we got going a little bit, but you know, our emphasis this week is to get ready for Duncan and make sure that we don't have a letdown or anything like that at the beginning of the game, and I don't think we will.
Okay, after these 6 weeks in, is there anything specifically that you have picked, an area that you still would like for us to improve as we're getting closing out on the regular season and get ready for the playoffs?
Our special teams is still not where it needs to be, and you know, nobody is, as far as, you know, offense, defense, special teams, but special teams is kind of the glaring weakness for us right now. Our field goal extra point team has not been very good as far as protection goes, which is, you know, something we need to get corrected, because we've got one of the best kickers in Oklahoma, and there's going to come a time that we're going to have to call on him to maybe win us a game, and we need to make sure that we can protect when that does happen. So that's a big emphasis. The punt team, blocking on the punt team has also been an area that we need to get a lot better. So I'd say special teams are our big emphasis here, and as far as improvement goes.
No, it's good that we're getting such big wins. It's bad that our starters only get a half a game, but on the flip side of that, there's guys that are getting great varsity experience now, who's really kind of emerged because of these games, that have really shown that, okay, in the future they're either starting to become in that rotation or going to be a player for us in the future.
We've got several guys. Really happy with my junior quarterback, Ricky McCarty. Has done a great job filling in when the first team comes out, filling in for Taylor. Miguel Rosario, our Y, has done a great job in the JV season, as well as when he gets on the field Friday nights. So those two guys in particular are doing a really good job. I think that we've got a lot of guys that are stepping up, and really we've seen a lot of progress between our first couple of JV games and now. You know, they're getting some Friday night experience, as well as being almost finished with the JV games. So got a lot of sophomores and juniors that are a lot better now than they were in early September.
I know you don't like to look at the paper rankings per se, but this is a ranked matchup here in Class 5A with 4 against 9, and it's also for the district. So here it is with Duncan. I know these guys you're very familiar with. This is a rivalry outside of the city rival. So let's break them down a little bit. What are we expecting to see from Duncan when they come into town on Friday?
Well, Duncan's a very fun matchup. They're a team that, like you said, they're a big rival for us, probably our biggest rival in district these last few years, and it's just it's a lot of fun playing them, because we know we're going to get a great challenge. They've got really good kids, they've got really good coaches, and they're going to come out and play really hard against us. So it's a big challenge for us. It makes for a fun week. You know, you can kind of see a different level of intensity at practice. You know, coaches are more intense, players are more intense. We're a little bit quieter when we're watching video, you know, paying attention a little bit more. So it's a fun week. You know, Duncan is like I said, good team, tough team. Their specialty on both sides of the ball is the run game. They're really good at running the ball offensively, and then on defense they're really good at stopping the run. So that's kind of their strength, is in the trenches. So we're going to have to play a good game with our defensive front to be able to slow them down, and we're going to have to find a way on offense to run the ball against them.
Okay, and how are we health-wise now? I know that this has been kind of a week we've circled that we were hoping to get some personnel back. So how is it looking for this week?
It's looking really good. I'm excited. I think maybe, cross your fingers, but maybe we might have our full team on the field for the first time this year. So, and I'm talking about our varsity guys who are our difference makers for us. We have Dominique Hubert, who should play. We thought he might be able to play a couple of weeks ago. Turns out he couldn't. So we feel pretty good about him being able to play this week. And we have Quentin Parris back now, Malcolm Batchelor back now, and then of course Jose Pagan and Aaron Finley are back this week also. So we may have our full team out on the field for the first time, and I'm really excited about that.